roasted sesame seeds. Moment of truth. Ooh. I'm gonna kill you.
I like it. Made with love. It tastes it.
How sweet.
And spice.
Bon appetit, baby.
Thank you.
Where are my people at? Where are we at? Hi, Reka. First. Do I look too eager here that I actually... Hi, Maria. Do I look too eager that I'm sitting here waiting for my friends to join me on IG? And I'm waiting for you guys to come and talk to me because I'm lonely and I'm in between my 3-hour break when Monaco's like napping and I get a chance to talk to my friends. My man is fine. Okay, I have to tell you, man, this is crazy because I haven't talked to anybody about this like, on a public level besides my friends and family. I have to tell you that getting to know Jay, you guys know him as Jeezy, he's Jay to me. Getting to know him has been one of the most beautiful experiences of my life.
Aww. He's now speaking out about his life before all of that, his own mental health, something you do not hear very often from the hip-hop community, and a lot more is in his brand new book. Here's what he told me when I sat down with him. Your first line is, I can't even front. I started out
as a thief.
As a thief.
Yeah.
Now, my grandmother would say, why are you telling everybody your business?
Right.
But why was it so important for you to be this real and this raw with people who picked up your book?
Well, because I felt in the beginning that I was dishonest, and I learned as I went on that life is about honesty and integrity, and I was very ambitious back then, so I thought that taking something was actually a success, but it was not. And my grandmother was the one that told me. She said I can deal with anything except a liar and a thief. And that changed my mind about that whole.
A lot of our grandmothers had some of the similar sayings, sure. Where that just wasn't something they were willing to have somebody do in their life. When people see you, they think successful, like this guy is out front, he's out there, he's doing his thing, he's wearing a nice gold watch, rose gold at that.
Little something.
They see these things and they think, well, if he can do it, why can't all other black folks do it? Why can't they rise? What do you say to them?
Well, that's why I wrote the book, because I think when people see me, they see the finished product. And this has been 40 years of me going through everything I went through. And even a lot in the book is about how, and the reason why I named the book Adversity for Sale, rather than Let Me Sell You My Success, is because I want you to know how many times I've lost and continue to lose and still keep the same enthusiasm. And I feel like that everyone, black, white, brown, whatever, needs to hear that even when you thought that I was on top of the world was on top of me. So even when I was at my highest, I was at my lowest. And I wanted people to understand that, you know, life is not perfect. It's not fair. It's hard, but it's not fair. What let me say, it's hard, but it's fair, right? And you got to continue to believe and keep pushing, because that's what my story is about. I didn't want to tell people about the finished product. I want to tell them about how I got here.
You talk about paranoia in your book. I got that far.
Okay.
You talk about paranoia in your book and the fact that you yourself really paranoid for several years.
Yes.
Now, it's a really uncomfortable feeling. Do you think, though, that fueled you, or that started to break you down?
Well, it was a little bit of paranoia, a whole lot of post-traumatic stress, a whole lot of trauma, depression, anxiety, all those things. Well, I would say this. The thing that got me on my journey to healing is that I started to learn and understand what I was going through, because before that, I actually thought something was wrong with me. Like, when you come from poverty, this is how you're supposed to feel. But I started to understand that there was terms and there was things that you can do to help with these things. That's why I put a lot of it in the book, because as a black man, when you come from where we come from, it's almost weak to have people help you, you know, work through things, right? And for me, I had to learn that the hard way, that everybody needs some help. And I didn't know I had trauma. I didn't know I was depressed. I didn't know I had anxiety. I didn't know I had post-traumatic stress. I thought these are all the things that we go through.
You thought it was normal, because because in where you grew up and the life you led, it was normal,
It was normalized, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, it was normalized, and you know, when you're losing friends at a young age and even in your adulthood, and you know, people that are around and they're going away doing 20, 30 years in prison and coming back like it's a normal thing, like you don't understand how desensitized you are. And as you get older into your adult life, you wonder where things are coming from, but it's actually coming from your young adulthood. And I had to go deal with that. And like they say, if you ain't never, you know, seen the devil face to face, that means you guys are walking in the same direction. So I had to go take care of myself, and because I'm a leader and I'm leading men, and I'm leading, you know, women and children. It's just like I have to have clarity and be in my right mind for the decisions I make, right? And I wasn't that way in the beginning because I had so much trauma. But I'm not all the way healed yet. I'm still working. It's work in progress. But I do feel that I'm in a better state than I've ever been.
Do you worry about the words in rap, the words in hip hop? I mean, look, you have Tupac, and then you have, you know, Lil Jon, or you have, you know, you can go down a number of voices in hip hop, and some of them are really deep. That's poetic. It tells a story about what they've been through, trying to help other people who've been through the same thing. But then you also have misogyny, violence, drug selling. Do you worry about the words in hip hop that are going out to the masses and making it seem glamorous? I
think it's just the message is you know, because I can't be the one to talk, because I spoke on everything that I went through, but it was my truth, you know, and I feel like the reality is not on us, it's on America. You know what I mean? It's not, we can't control our environments. Like, we're put in these projects and these buildings and these neighborhoods, and we don't have the right tools and the right resources, so we have to survive. So all these stories you're hearing are people that are coming out of these situations in these environments, telling their story, hoping that they can connect with other people, right? Because it's therapeutic for them as well. But as you say, like Tupac Shakur, that's who changed my life. He was my therapist, and he didn't even know it.
He was a lot of people's therapist.
Yeah, and the reason why I had rules and I had a moral compass and values is because I listened to what Pac said. I didn't just listen to the music, I listened to what he said.
Yo guys, I welcome you back on here. If you're new, consider subscribing, liking, and also leave a comment below this video. Now, in the latest gasp we are having in this exact moment in time, Jeannie Mai and Jeezy are calling it quits. And it was the Grammy-nominated artist who filed the divorce. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Jeezy, whose real name is Jay Wayne Jenkins, pulled the plug on the marriage. The move comes more than 2 years after he and the real co-host tied the knot during an intimate ceremony in Atlanta on March 27th, that it was in 2021. The outlet reported that Jeezy filed the paperwork in Fulton County Superior Court. And of course, in the court documents that were actually seen and obtained by the general constitution that actually broke this story, the rapper says he's been separated from Mai and that they have a prenuptial agreement. He's seeking joint legal custody for their daughter Monaco, whom the couple welcomed. That was in January 2022. So guys, it's now confirmed Mai and Jeezy are no more. Personally, I saw this relationship appearing a little bit plastic. You know, this lady, Mai, we all know she's a slay queen. She's this sort of woman who likes attention, a very social media addict and stuff like that. So Jeezy, I guess he realized that this is not the kind of person I have to be with, and therefore he had to actually ignite the prenuptial agreement and therefore file for the divorce. So in January 2019, a source confirmed that their relationship actually was not at its best. Therefore, we've been seeing them actually not even posting together photos, videos, like they had to do that at the beginning of their relationship. So it's been like they have been struggling in the backstage, you know, struggling in their marriage. And in this moment in time, to see that Jeezy is filing for divorce is not actually surprising. So They really actually made their things official via an Instagram post that was in September 2019, and after nearly a year of dating, Mai and Jeezy became engaged in March 2020 at the rapper's Los Angeles home. In a statement that was released at that time, Jeezy said he was initially going to pop the question during a trip to Vietnam.
So now we've all had the interview of Jeezy, the rapper, actually revealing that he was struggling with a couple of issues with regards to his mental health. I think this is part of the reason why this relationship has not worked out, because they really looked like a very happy couple. When you look at Jeannie Mai a couple of weeks ago, she even posted the book. There was a video, a very sick video with the baby Monaco actually trying to display and even market the book of the dad and baby daddy respectively. So the relationship from outside really looked like a very happy relationship, but you never know what happens within these marriages. Ideally, most of the times people are struggling with issues in their marriages. Nevertheless, that they display publicly a very different demeanor, or they display happiness to the public, yet in private they are struggling. So Jeezy, in an interview he held with CNN, he revealed that he actually had issues, and I think this is part of the reason why this relationship was not going to make it to the end, because I know when a woman is with a man who is struggling mentally, emotionally, most of the times she will not also be happy. So I think they saw it necessary to break it up and just cooperate, because things were not really working out. Let us wait and see how this whole thing pans out. But of course, we'll be available to give you more updates.